moments you live for. Connect to what matters most without lag, buffering, or dropped connections. Visit silverstar.com and discover frustration-free Wi-Fi from Silverstar today.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community for over 25 years with residential, commercial, and construction services, along with porta potties and septic pumping. Please remember to always bag your garbage before placing it into your can. Even the smallest breeze can cause garbage to scatter everywhere as it is being dumped into our garbage trucks. For service and questions, visit starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
For the last 40 years, my goal was to move to a place like this. And so now I moved here. I couldn't really do much of anything.
He's relatively young for hip arthritis and was limited significantly because of the pain. We decided that the best course would be proceeding with a hip replacement.
It was easy. It was just, I know it sounds strange, right, when you know what they do. One of the greatest things about moving to Star Valley has been Dr. Linford and Mountain West Orthopedic.
My name is Anna Altbell, and since I was young, Desi's dance studio has been like a second home to me. Dance has always been my favorite language, and Desi's gave me the space to embrace it 100%. Whether it was ballet, tap, lyrical, or ballroom, I knew there were always two things I could count on: supportive instructors and lifelong friends. The confidence and identity I have today are all thanks to my time at the studio.
For more information and to get started, visit Desi'sDance.com. Assist to Sell, the Realty team knows that buying and selling in our current market is expensive. Their full service assistance will save you thousands on your next real estate transaction. Call Mandy Jack or Ashley Cranny today to find out how. Meet your 2025 Star Valley Braves and Lady Braves. Scan the code for a complete roster with pictures and player information. Presented by the University of Wyoming and Star Valley Health. It's your 2025 Star Valley Braves. Save big during the Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor at Home President's Day sale. For a limited time, browse through 25,000 square feet of LVP listed at just $1.99 per square foot. Select carpet, including installation and cushion, is just $2.99 per square foot. Select tile, normally $4.99, is now just 99 cents. Carpet and LVP remnants are also 99 cents per square foot. Only while supplies last at Battleson Brothers, 1 block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Western is a fantastic option when it comes to higher education. We're awarded consistent upper rankings year to year from entities such as University HQ, College Factual, and Intelligent.com. But don't just take their word for it. Listen to what our own students had to say about why they love Western.
The sense of community that this campus has.
And our meals are always fun, in my opinion.
They like all of the instructors and the coursework.
The tuition is very affordable.
I have awesome teachers. They're personal and great.
There's always an adventure when you're here.
Get ready for a real good time at Star Valley Station, your go-to spot for big screen thrills, strikes, and slices. Step into our movie theater and immerse yourself in the magic of cinema. But that's not all. Unleash your inner bowler at our fantastic bowling alley. Then treat yourself to mouth-watering pizza that will have your taste buds cheering. It's entertainment galore at Star Valley Station. Come on over and let the fun begin.
The winter sledding season will be here before you know it. Make sure you're ready for the best winter yet by making your reservations at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton, Wyoming. The resort is located just minutes away from some of the best backcountry sledding in the Rocky Mountains, regardless of experience. And with plenty of trailer parking and a large complimentary breakfast, there is no place better to stay while you enjoy the Wyoming winter. Book your stay today by visiting KodiakMountainResort.com.
Bill Neeb, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, I can We're on a first-name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
Tucked away in majestic western Wyoming is Lincoln County School District Number 2. Our team provides excellent public education across 5 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 3 high schools where our staff receive the support they need to educate effectively. Right now, LCSD2 has several employment opportunities for the upcoming school year and other anticipated teacher openings coming available in the next few weeks. Be part of a caring team with LCSD2. Visit lcsd2.org today to apply.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
There's still time to get out and enjoy what winter has to offer in beautiful Alpine, Wyoming. Snowmobile in the backcountry with your own sled, or rent one from a local retailer. You could also enjoy the scenery on snowshoes or go cross-country skiing on our groomed trails. Maybe get out on the ice for some excellent fishing. And of course, stay a while with exceptional lodging and dining options. Enjoy the winter while you still can and book your stay in Alpine, Wyoming.
Food insecurity is the foundation to everything. Every 2 weeks, the paychecks come in and the bills go out. After rent, water, power, fuel, and every other bill is paid, my account is generally under $20 until the next paycheck. This leaves very little to no money to stock the pantry with groceries for our family. But with the help from the Afton Food Pantry, I did not have to pick and choose between paying my bills or buying groceries. They lovingly opened their doors to my family and I when we needed it the most.
If you feel a burning in the back of your heel or lower calf that worsens with activity, you may have Achilles tendonitis. This often occurs as the result of repeated movements of certain sports, such as running, tennis, or basketball. Dr. Andrew McCall at Alpine Foot and Ankle is your local expert for Achilles tendonitis treatments and many more foot and ankle problems. To learn more and to schedule a consultation, visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
The LCSD2 Transportation Department is currently hiring for multiple positions. Work part-time as a bus aide, starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time mechanics are also needed, starting at $27 per hour, with medical, dental, and vision benefits, along with the Wyoming retirement system. Activity bus drivers are also needed, starting at $25 per hour with benefits, or become a daily route bus driver starting at $22 per hour, only during the school year. To learn more and apply, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
The winter sledding season will be here before you know it. Make sure you're ready for the best winter yet by making your reservations at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton, Wyoming. The resort is located just minutes away from some of the best backcountry sledding in the Rocky Mountains, regardless of experience. And with plenty of trailer parking and a large complimentary breakfast, there is no place better to stay while you enjoy the Wyoming winter. Book your stay today by visiting KodiakMountainResort.com.
Are you ready to join a legacy of service and adventure? The Wyoming National Guard invites you to be a part of something bigger. With us, you can serve your state and nation, all while pursuing your dreams. In the Wyoming National Guard, we ride for the brand and fly for the brand. Embrace the opportunity, make a part-time commitment, and become a guardian of Wyoming's future. Join us today and be a part of a tradition like no other. Your journey begins here.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to Riverton High School, home of the Wolverines, for live coverage of Star Valley basketball on SVI Media and Swift 98. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you, along with the SVI crew, as the Star Valley boys basketball team getting set to take on the Riverton Wolverines with a First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Star Valley coming into this game after a win on Thursday against Evanston, 53-52. Another one-point win. Dal, Star Valley's been picking up wins. They've been close recently.
Yeah, the last 3 games just to combine 4 points separating those games. The Braves going 2-1 in those games. We'll see if they can, if that trend continues, or if they're going to be a little more one side or the other today.
There's a couple looks at what happened in Evanston last week, or earlier this week on Thursday. It was a close game, but Star Valley gets the road win, and they are 4-0 inside the Southwest Quadrant and looking for that #1 seed heading into the region tournament. Not next week, but the week after. On the flip side, the Riverton Wolverines, they're reeling just a little bit. 1-3 overall inside the 4A Southwest. They're coming off a loss against Jackson on Thursday, 53-49. So the Riverton Wolverines going to be looking to bounce back in this game tonight.
Well, if they're anything like the girls' game, the Lady Wolverines came ready to play. They were in a similar situation, so I think you got to even add the fact that there's 6 seniors on this boys' team as well, and there's a pretty good crowd here. So they're going to be full of energy here to start this game.
One of those seniors, number 33, Malachi Smith. He had a good one in Afton when these two teams got together at Star Valley earlier on in the conference schedule. And you can bet the Coach Sheets and the Wolverines are looking for Malachi to be big down low again today.
Yeah, I think he had 28 points in that game in Afton, and the Braves struggled to stop him. And I would, if I was Coach Sheets, I would give him free reign today. But I'm no coach, but I would imagine he's going to get his share today.
On the flip side, Cooper Lancaster has been on a tear. He's been averaging, 25-ish a game over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it was 27 a game, then he scored 25 on Thursday. So, yeah, somewhere in that range. He's been tough to stop, and he's been scoring really at all 3 levels, at the rim, mid-range, and from distance. So he's been a handful. Me personally, Duke, I'd like to see maybe I think we've been kind of leaning on Cooper a little too much. We'll see if we can get some guys in double figures, maybe spread that out a little bit today. But Cooper's been on a tear, as you said.
It's Star Valley and Riverton in Riverton High School for Braves basketball on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. We'll break here and come back with the Crimson Corner and the Roundup next, live on the SBI Sports Network.
Avail Valley Construction is hiring and a great place for high school seniors to enter the workforce after graduation. Multiple positions are open with competitive pay right out of high school. To learn more about a rewarding career for those of any age, visit availvalley.com.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
While the Bank of Jackson Hole has grown over the years, our commitment to our clients and their financial well-being remains the cornerstone of our business. With responsive local decision-making and a true appreciation for the health of our community, our vision is to provide a banking experience that is all about you, the client. When it comes to navigating the local landscape, Bank of Jackson Hole has proven year over year that we know the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Working at Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine is more than just a job. For many, it's a multi-generational career path. It's a way to provide a suitable living for you and your family. It's an environment based on the well-being of each and every employee, with an intense emphasis on safety. So whether you're a recent high school graduate or nearing retirement, visit Simplot.com and select careers. That's Simplot.com and select careers. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, a world of career opportunities.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Braves basketball and Riverton Wolverines playing host to the Braves today on the SVI Sports Network. Let's take a look around the athletic schedule for Star Valley Sports with the Crimson Corner.
Well, regional wrestling, how about dual regional champs? The Braves winning yesterday in that one-day format, 239 team points. That was 5.5 more than Kelly Walsh. The Lady Braves winning today by 111 team points over second place Pinedale. The Star Valley girls scoring 276 team points. Basketball, the girls winning on Thursday at Evanston. They just picked up a 7-point win here in Riverton. The Braves won by 1 point at Evanston, and they're about to tip off. Indoor track, Simplot games wrapping up today. Alexis Angel running in the finals today. She set a new school record in the 1 mile. That's a look at the Crimson Corner brought to you by the University of Wyoming.
Find your reason to be a Cowboy at uwyo.edu. That's uwyo.edu. And the Crimson Corner presented by the University of Wyoming. And now the roundup and some other games of interest happening in boys basketball presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Sweetwater teams in the Oil City. Rock Springs at Kelly Walsh. Green River at Natrona County today. In 3A, Mountain View is at number 2 Lovell. Lyman at number 4 Warland. And the Kemmer Rangers were at Big Piney today. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. Riverton Star Valley has been good in the last handful of years. Let's recap the rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
And the historic numbers bear that out. Overall, this series, Star Valley leads at 16-13. In Riverton, the Wolverines hold that lead 7-5. The last time these two teams met, it was a 57-47 Star Valley win. That was in Afton on the Star Valley court. That's a look at your rivalry brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. McKady Dance had the chance to catch up with Coach Matt Shumway and get his thoughts on the matchup today on the road in Riverton. Here's the Miles CPA courtside report. McKady.
Coach Shumway wants to keep the momentum up and defend the ball and not turn it over and keep as many chances as possible of scoring and possession of the ball. Coach says that they need to defend the post better and collect more rebounds. He's hoping for a strong game both offensively and defensively. Back to you, Duke.
Thank you, McKady Dance with the Miles CPA courtside report. Get your best results this tax season with the help of Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine. Let's take a look at that records watch here this afternoon with the help of Star Valley Disposal.
Well, this is the 30th meeting in my research dating back to 1951. Looking at some of those trends, short term, the Braves have won the last 3 meetings, so they're a bit on a roll there. But if you go back a little further, the teams have split the last 8 meetings, so 4-4 for each of these teams if you go back over the last 8 meetings in the series. So that's a look at your records watch, brought to you by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. The boys trying to do just what the girls did a moment ago, and that's lock in the #1 seed before they even hit senior night next week. The win last week over Evanston gave them a 2-game lead over the Red Devils, and so a win here would put them in control of the 1 seed heading into the region tournament. Let's see how they do that with the help of those keys to the game, brought to you by Assist to Sell.
Well, for me, key number 1, you got to try and slow down Malachi Smith. As you mentioned, I think he had 28 and 9 the last time these two teams met, so he's going to be a big focus of the Star Valley defense today. You got to hang your hat on defense. The Braves have been kind of hit and miss with that. We've seen them. We know they're capable. Can you come out and play really good defense today? Looking for 3 players in double figures. That would certainly go a long way to helping put them in position to win. And then I'm looking for the creation of high-quality 3-pointers. Let's not shoot threes just to shoot them. Let's move the ball around, make sure you got your feet under you. I'm looking for high-quality 3-point attempts today for Star Valley. Those were the Assist to Sell keys to the game.
Local agents Ashley Cranny, Mandy Jack have the keys to your next home. Visit Assist to Sell, StarValley.com. That's Assist to Sell, StarValley.com. National anthem already took place ahead of this one before the girls' game. Looks like they might just roll right into the starters. So let's introduce your varsity roster here for Star Valley basketball, presented by Mountain Star Products.
Certainly.
Let's meet today's players with the help of Mountain Star Products. Mountain Star Products, excavation, road building, gravel, sand, and more.
I'm Will Whitford, son of Sam and Lisa Whitford. I'm a junior, from Wyoming.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, junior, Smee, Wyoming.
Bryson Neal, son of David and Jennifer McGee and Justin Neal, senior, from Wyoming.
Swift McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure, senior, from Wyoming.
Dylan Shumway, son of Matt and Emily Shumway, junior, from Wyoming.
Dayton Schwab, son of Dana Marie Schwab, Afton, senior. Zach Thompson, son of Kenny and Ginger Thompson. I'm a junior, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
Cooper Big Country Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, I'm a senior, I play center, Afton, Wyoming.
Zane Hedges, son of Chris and Logan Hedges, senior, the Smoot, Wyoming.
That's the varsity roster for the Braves this year, presented by Mountain Star Products on Rocky Road in Afton. Starting 5 announced here at Riverton Wolverines Gymnasium.
Well, as I was saying, some of my favorite unis, the alternate road unis, the gold ones trimmed with crimson. Starting 5, Will Linford, Cooper Lancaster, Dylan Shumway, Zane Hedges, and Bryson Neal, the starting lineup. The Braves are coached by Matt Shumway, assisted by Aaron Lancaster and Mark and Ben Hale.
That's the starting 5 for the Braves, presented by Mountain Star Products. Plumbing supply, gravel, sand, topsoil, excavation, and more on Rocky Road in Afton. They will actually announce 6 seniors tonight for the starting lineup, but you would assume start just 5 of those. 11, Aiden Kelly. 13, Josiah Hernandez. 15 is Brandon Monroe. 33 is Malachi Smith. And 55 is Ryan Cox, head coach Bo Sheets for the Riverton Wolverines.
And a shout out to Peyton Stevens. I went to college with his parents. It's a good family, Stevens family. I like seeing him whenever we come into Riverton.
He was the 6th senior being announced, but will be on the bench to start off the game. So it's going to be Malachi Smith against Will Linford for the opening tip. Linford gets it over to Hedges, and Star Valley with the first possession of the game as we are underway in Riverton. Star Valley works the ball around the outside, coming off a win against Evanston. Riverton coming off a loss against Jackson on Thursday, both those games. Shumway, 3, good. Dylan had an off game in Evanston shooting-wise percentages, and he's off to a good start here with a triple early.
I like that, though. Cooper kind of drew some pressure away from him, and he was able to get his feet under him and put that up.
Star Valley double teaming in the front court defensively. They're up 3-0 early after the Wyoming Army National Guard triple from Shumway. 7:20 to play in the first period. Riverton slows down the tempos. The defense backs off a little. Now they're working around the arc, and here's Cox, top of the key. Looks to the right side with a quick pass to Kelly. Nothing there for him. Lancaster shuts it down, and a pass to Hernandez deep on the right side. Long possession here for the Wolverines, patiently working deep on the perimeter. Ryan Cox up high, defense not outing. Now he goes to Hernandez, dribble drive, kicked it back out. Monroe, right side, 3-ball, no good, missed. Ricochet rebound into the hands of Bryson Neal of Star Valley. Miss Smith missed the 3-pointer. Here's a dribble drive for Neal and lost it up, and it's out of bounds. Almost saved by Lancaster, but it is back to Riverton.
Yeah, that one didn't have a chance. Ended up off of Cooper and then bounces hard up under the standard and out of bounds.
6:38 to play in the first period. Star Valley with some trapping defense at the half-court line. Riverton breaks the press. They go to Monroe. Now the defense settles back down to the half-court side. 6:27 to play in the first period. Braves leading at 3-0. Very slow, methodical pace early on in the game. Riverton has Kelly. And now he'll step back and reset. Has a screen to the left, bounces to Malachi Smith. He's on the outside, tries to drive in, spin, shot on the post, no good. Ball ricochets back outside to Monroe for the rebound. He drives, lost it, picked up by Cox, and he scores with the foul. That puts Ryan Cox to the Riverside Dental free throw line for the and one.
And that one's set up by the offensive rebound. Foul will go against Will Linford, first personal.
The ball was poked out from behind as Monroe drove in. Hedges poked it out, but it went right into the hands of Cox, who was waiting down there on the right block as the free throw's good, and we're tied 3-3.
Cox just a 35% free throw shooter, but he drained that one.
5:50 to play in the first period, knotted up in Riverton. Neal passes to Hedges, whip around to Shumway, left side wing, fakes right, dribbles left, pull up jump on the baseline, no good that time. Rebounded by Smith, and it's Riverton basketball. 5:37 to play in the first period. Riverton sets up the half-court offense. They have been extremely patient offensively early on.
Well, you look at their offensive numbers, and they only average 49 a game. So
here's a pass to Smith that goes out of bounds.
I say so. Yeah, they don't mind keeping the score down in that vicinity.
Well, when you got a team like Star Valley who's broken 70 a couple of times this season, you're probably trying to slow the tempo to limit possessions. It's going to be 5:18 to go in the first after Riverton throws it away. Star Valley basketball. Hedges up top, bounces right to Lancaster. Screen set, hesitates, drives, pull-up jumper up below the elbow. Too strong, no good. Smith on the rebound and on the run. Malachi across the half court. Double team, picked up the dribble and passes back behind him. Hernandez has it with 4:57 to go. Still tied 3-3 in the first period. Smith on the perimeter. Jab steps working against Lancaster. Tries to back him down. Help defense comes over. And it's tipped by Shumway into the hands of Neal. Bryson across the half court. Goes to Lancaster on the run. Down the left side post. Shot is up. Finger roll and a block call. The shot's good. And Cooper Lancaster to the line for the and one.
And that was all set up by the deflection from Dylan Shumway. Ends up in the hands of Bryson Neal. And then Bray's off to the races. And Cooper able to finish here on the other end. The foul going against Hernandez. His first team foul here on the Wolverines.
Free throw too strong, no good. Rebounded by Malachi Smith. Star Valley up now by 2, 5-3, 4:30 to play in the first period. Smith on the right post, lost the ball into the hands of Neal. Neal has it out in front to Hedges, too far out in front and into the cheerleaders. And Star Valley turns it over on the fast break.
Well, one thing I'm already seeing is the Braves are trying to keep Malachi Smith a little bit out on the perimeter. When he was in Afton, he was getting the ball deep into the paint quite a bit, and that led to a lot of those easy shots, and he hurt the Braves with that. So Star Valley trying to keep him more in the 10, 12, 15-foot range.
Low scoring early on in Riverton. 4:23 to play in the first period. Star Valley up 5-3 over the home Wolverines. Still some three-quarter court pressure by the Star Valley defense. Trapping the ball at the half-court line. Riverton bounces over to Sheets across half court, drives, kicks to Smith on the baseline. Deep pass to the left side corner. Nothing there. And dribbling around the arc, Riverton has it with Kelly. Back to Cox, left side key, dribbles into the paint and hooks it up and in to tie the game at 5.
Cox with all 5 points for the Wolverines thus far.
Star Valley back with the ball. 3:47 to play in the first. Lancaster drives and travels. He got caught up in a double team. Couldn't get the pass off in time, and he takes the extra step.
Just to put that in perspective, Cox averages 5.2 a game, so he's already there. So he's either off to a great start or he's already got all his points for the game.
Riverton breaks the half-court trap again. Drive, kicked into the corner to Smith. Little shake and bake, baseline, leans into the rim, and good. Had the mismatch against Zane Hedges and was able to get into the paint.
Yeah, Malachi, he's towering over Zane. Zane's a 6-footer. Malachi's probably 6'5".
Now they go down to Hedges, under the rim, has to dribble it back out, up to Lancaster. Drives, kick, corner, no shot for Hedges, up to Shumway. Takes the three, left wing, off the rim. Malachi on the rebound. Out in front, deep to Smith. He goes left side wing, hesitates, drives, under the rim, kick out right, Sheets, corner, away and good. 10-5, a run for the Wolverines and a timeout by Coach Shumway. 10-5 Riverton, back in 30 on SPI.
This is the SVI Sports Network, broadcasting live, Star Valley High School Sports.
That three ball from Sheets with Smith on the transition assist, and it's a 7-0 run for Riverton. They lead it 10-5.
Well, Malachi Smith already with 3 rebounds, so the Braves just early on, you got to identify some of these things and do a better job.
Hedges goes angle to the rim, and shot rolls over the rim and out. No good, but there is a foul call. That will put Zane Hedges to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2.
Aiden Kelly going to be whistled for his second team foul. And Zane to the line. On the season, Zane's shooting 67%. That one's good.
He'll have one more for the charity stripe. That ends a 7-0 run. It makes it 10-6 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 2 team fouls on Riverton, 1 on Star Valley. As Hedges squares up at the line, sends it away, got them both. 10-7 now on the scoreboard. Eric Smith in the backcourt. Younger brother of Malachi. He was walked with him on senior night before the game. Ryan Cox feeds to Malachi, goes right post, tough shot, no, front rim and off. Rebounded by Bryson Neal, tries to thread the needle, half court tip ball, but Lancaster picks it up, but missed it. Rebound is tipped into the hands of the younger Smith. He's across the half court with a bounce pass up ahead to Keeley. Still 10-7, Riverton on top with the basketball. 2:20 to play in the first period. Clay Sheets hit the last three-pointer for the Wolverines. Passes to Cox, now Malachi. Jabs right, has a screen, wants to make a move. Free throw line jumpers up and good. 12-7, Riverton up by 5.
4 points for Malachi Smith. Still, I would much rather him shoot that than down on the low block.
Shumway shut down on the baseline, up top to Hedges. Goes to Lancaster, 12-7, and now Shumway up top. Right side Hedges, takes the 3 in the corner, good! Zane Hedges, a Wyoming Army National Guard 3-ball to make it 12-10.
And Zane's not really known for hitting a lot of threes, but that one looked good.
Minute 38 to play in the first period. Clay Sheets hands to Cox, top of the key. Works left to Smith. He'll take a 3 left wing. No. Off the rim, and Hedges has the rebound for the Braves. Shumway across the timeline. Running with the ball. Stops on the left side wing. Has a screen from Linford. Hops. Now pulls up the jumper. Off the rim. No. Rebounded by Smith. Riverton basketball. Eric Smith across the timeline. Sets up the half-court offense with a minute 10 to go in the first. Hedges picks him up, bounces to Cox, back to the backboard, now looks at the rim. Back to Ryan. Eric, rather, takes the 3, no good. Hung on the rim an extra second, but pulled down by Lancaster for the rebound. He wants to run. Cooper sidesteps to the rim, strong, and no good. Rebounded by Linford, missed the putback, and Cox has the defensive board after the second miss. 46 seconds to go in the first period. Eric Smith drives, back out to Malachi. Holding it, cross-court pass to Sheets. And up top to reset the offense to Kelly. 35 seconds to go in the first period. Eric to Malachi. Right side Key. Tries to make a move. Double team blocked from behind by Lancaster. Loose ball into the hands of Linford, who outlets to Shumway as he's falling. Star Valley basketball, 17 seconds before end of one. Shumway up top, Braves down by 2. Now he'll step back and call a play to take a shot at the end of the one. Makes a move, drives angle, lost the ball, poked away. Smith has it, goes to Eric Smith at half court. Pulls up the half court jumper at the buzzer, hit the rim and off, no good, but it is Riverton on top after one, 12-10 on the SBI Sports Network.
My best friend just had a birthday party at the Fun Zone in Afton. It was so cool. We got to play basketball, ping pong, and foosball. We were able to bring our own Nerf guns and even watched a movie on a giant projector screen. For my next birthday, I want to have my party at the Fun Zone too. Mom said the Fun Zone will also work great for my sister's wedding reception in a few months and next summer's family reunion. For reservations, visit svfunzone.com.
For 18.
Whether it's staying in touch with family, entertaining the kids, or connecting with your favorite sports team, Silver Star helps unlock the moments you live for. Connect to what matters most without lag, buffering, or dropped connections. Visit silverstar.com and discover frustration-free Wi-Fi from Silver Star today.
And now, back to the game with the SVI Sports Network.
Nilled, Shumway, and Linford have a seat during the break, and we have, looks like Schwab, Lawson, and McClure will sub in for them. Lancaster and Hedges stay on the court. So there's your 5 to open up the second period for the Braves. Riverton basketball and a 2-point lead.
Going to be an interesting matchup here. Smith McClure on Malachi Smith defensively.
Riverton lost the ball out of bounds. Malachi had it down low and it squeaks away from him.
You know, people may think broadcasting is easy, but you have Smith McClure guarding Malachi Smith.
Yeah.
You got to keep all that straight.
7:46 to go in the second period. Hedges to Schwab, has it front court, left side pass to Lancaster. He's top of the key, right elbow and steps back to the perimeter. Left side McClure, pass to Schwab in the corner. Nothing there, now McClure again up top. 7.5 to go in the second. Lancaster, 3, right wing, rimmed out, no good. Lawson a big rebound, and he puts it back and in. Lawson just got up over the top of Monroe, ripped it out, and scores.
Well, in the first quarter, Ryan Cox kind of had the biggest body down there. Here to start the second, it's definitely a big country.
He's working against Peyton Stevens down there. Senior on senior. Stevens outside right now. Works to the right side corner to Monroe. Dribbles up, looks for some separation, and steps back into the front court. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Tied 12 all in Riverton. Hernandez passes to Smith. It's Eric Smith. Lost the ball. Hedges poked it away. Picked up by Eric. Works it to the right side over to Hernandez. Lancaster on him. Spins. Hernandez to the elbow. Back outside. Back to the backboard with the pick. Pass over to Eric. Right side wing. Covered by Schwab. Wants to drive angle. Down under the rim. Kicks it out. Extra pass to the angle. No shot there. With it is Monroe, and back up top to Hernandez. Another long possession for the Wolverines.
Good defense from the Braves, though. They haven't given up anything yet.
Here's Monroe under the rim. Scoop shot hit the bottom of the rim, and they are going to get a foul on Star Valley to stop the clock at 6:22 to play in the second.
Going to get Cooper Lawson for his first team foul. With 6:22 to go in the second. And at the line is Brandon Monroe for the first time today. First offering is away and no good.
Monroe will have one more from the Riverside Dental free throw line. Malachi Smith subs out. Ryan Cox will sub in, so McClure will take him. Lawson will stay with Stevens.
Monroe has not been to the free throw line a lot this year, just 33% when he has been. That one's good, though.
Makes it 13-12. Star Valley basketball. Lawson will inbound to Lancaster. No backcourt pressure being put on by the Wolverine defense. One team foul on Star Valley, none on Riverton early in the second. Hedges has the ball. Screen set by Lawson. Works to the left elbow and steps back. pass to Lancaster, top of the key, drives the lane, lost the ball on the court, but picked up by Hedges, under the rim, kicks it to Lawson, and he'll roll the inside rim and no good. That one looked like it was going to drop, but out. Riverton on the other end after the defensive rebound.
Yeah, that one thought for sure that was going to go down, and the rim lied. Like I said, old Coach Broadhead used to say, the rim lies, the backboard tells the truth.
Hernandez in the front court for the Wolverines. Wants to drive left elbow, kick out. Eric Smith, three, good. Out whipped the net from the left side wing to make it 16-12.
Second made three for the Wolverines.
Lancaster has a Lawson screen, stops on the elbow, pulls up the jumper, too strong. He's missed quite a few shots off the back iron tonight, has Lancaster. As Gattenbein goes down the court for the Wolverines. Kick up top to Hernandez, lost the ball, picked up by Hedges. Zane was trying to get out in front. Defense won't allow it. So now he'll drive, and he will have a foul. And they are going to call it defensively. Maybe could have gone either way. The officials say it was against Riverton's Hernandez. Coach Bo Sheets thought it was an offensive charge.
It's going to be the second personal on Hernandez. That's probably about as good of an example of being a 50-50 even call on as you're going to get.
Well, on the replay, may have gone the other way.
Are you agreeing with Coach Sheets on the replay? Is that what you're saying?
Might be. 5:13 to go in the second. Here's Schwab outside, three on the inbound, no good. Backboard, no rim. Rebounded by Sheets.
Braves are getting out rebounded right now, 11-6.
We'll say replay was in slow motion, so the officials don't get the benefit of slow motion replay to make a call. 4:55 to go in the second. Cox has it up top for the Wolverines. Turnaround three ball, almost banked it, no good. Rebounded by Erickson. Roman has it in the backcourt and across the timeline. Shumway slows down. Back to Erickson, 4:38 to go in the second. Ball poked away and taken by the Wolverines. Out in front to Gattenbein. 1-on-1 to Erickson. Pull up, lean into it, no good. Good defense by Roman. He'll get the rebound. McClure, cross half court. Schwab drives. He'll blow into the lane. And that one's called offensive. Drawing the charge was Brandon Monroe. And we'll get a look at this one on the Fall River Propane replay.
You can see Schwab driving in. Well, credit to the Wolverines. They are hitting the floor. Got to appreciate that effort. This time they get that one. That benefit of the doubt on that call, and the foul goes against Dayton Schwab, his first second team foul.
4:18 to go in the second period. 16-12 on the Bank of Starlight scoreboard. Wolverines still with the lead. Malachi inside the three line, drives, pull up jumper off the backboard, no good. Hit the backboard high, rebounded by Roman, out in front to Shumway. Drives to the elbow, double team, lost the ball, picked up by Sheets, and then a foul on Schwab.
Braves are struggling with Clay Sheets. He's come in, he's got a deflection that led to a turnover and then two steals coming in off the bench, and there's another example right there, just kind of not paying attention to what you're doing with the ball. Dayton Schwab then whistled for another foul here quickly. He's got two, the team has three.
3 minutes, 50 seconds before halftime. Braves in a battle so far against Riverton. Eric Smith on the outside. Up top to Sheets for three. No good. Ball tipped into the perimeter. Rebounded by Gattenbein. Outlets to Sheets and around the arc to Eric Smith. Riverton keeps possession. Sheets on the right. 1-on-1 down to Malachi on the baseline. Jabs right a couple times, now drives, tries to go baseline pass, but it's stolen by Erickson out in front to Schwab. Schwab to the rim on the other end, lost the ball on the way up, and then he touches it out of bounds. It was stripped by Monroe, who got all ball on it, and then it bounces off of Schwab before going out.
Yeah, just kind of a bad luck bounce there. McClure and Lawson have a seat. Linford and Neal come back in.
Eric Smith in the front court for the Wolverines. 3:10 to go in the second. Works to Sheets. Braves sticking in the man-to-man defense again. Pass to Cox. Left side. Pivots and works to Eric Smith. Schwab picks him up defensively. Eric works to the right side wing. Wants to drive the angle. Nothing. Back outside again to Sheets. Malachi resets the offense up top. Here's Cox above the elbow right side. Pivoting around, looks down low, lobs down low. McClure had good position, and McClure gets up there and tips the ball to Erickson, and then a foul called on the Riverton Wolverines.
Yeah, because of that pass, Riverton was just out of position. The foul is going to go against Ryan Cox, his first. Second team foul, 2:33 to go in the quarter. Roman Erickson has a seat. He made a bunch of plays while he was in there. 3 rebounds, 2 steals.
Schwab also has a seat. Lancaster and Hedges back into the game. So it's those two along with Shumway, Neild, and Linford on the floor. Lancaster draws a double team, kicks left side Shumway, drives in baseline, tries to bounce up the post to Linford, does. Back outside to Neild, shot fake, dribble drive, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball tipped up into the air, fight for it, and Cox comes down with the rebound. Out in front to Kelly. Malachi, 3, transition left wing, no good. Rebounded by Hedges. Star Valley basketball, 2 minutes to go in the second period. Braves trail by 4, 16-12. Both offenses have gone cold. There's going to be foul on the floor as Lancaster tried to drive in, and Smith will foul it.
Eric Smith's first, third team foul. Each team now with 3 with the 1:58 to go in the quarter. Gantenbein and Brandon Monroe coming in for the Wolverines. Smith and Sheets having a seat.
3 team fouls each with 1:58 to go in the second period. Star Valley inbounding baseline. Linford in the key. Shot blocked by Malachi. On the run and transition. Monroe, other end. Lays it up, and a hard fall for Gantenbein. He went up, and he falls hard on his back. He's going to get up. There is a foul called on Star Valley as Gantenbein rolls over and walks up to the Riverside Dental free throw line. See if we can maybe see what happened, but 1:50 to go in the second period.
Calling this on Zane Hedges.
Gantenbein will have 2 shots. His first is banked in. As you get a look at it here, Hedges going down. (17-12) after the free throw was in. 1:50 to play in the second. Second free throw, no good. Lancaster saves the out-of-bounds play to Hedges. After the miss, back to Lancaster. Behind his back dribble, down the lane. Shot is up, no, short. Offensive charge. This time they'll say Aiden Kelly was there and set. You decide, here's the replay.
Can see Cooper sliding in there. It's the third attempted charge, second successful one here for the Wolverines here in this half, though. So if you're the Braves, maybe you got to start pulling up a little bit and just knocking down that little 4-foot jumper.
5 team fouls now on Star Valley. Puts Riverton in the bonus. That one was offensive, so no shots. 1:30 to play in the second period. Star Valley still down 17-12. Other than a free throw, neither team has scored much at all in the last several minutes. Low scoring first half. Some contact down low. No good. Malachi helped up by Linford. They play on. Here's Monroe. Can't drive in. Shumway stays with him. Back out to Eric Smith as we had 1:06 to go in the second period. Hernandez bounces to Malachi up top. 60 seconds remains before half. 3 ball away, no good. Rebounded by Lancaster. Cooper wants to run. Pass across half court to Shumway. Drives, bounces down low, spin by Hedges. Shot is off the glass and in. Zane for 2. Shumway on the assist, and it's a 3-point game.
Zane leading the team with 7 points here in this first half.
38 seconds remaining before halftime. Pass down low to Kelly. Left side key, kick out to the perimeter, Hernandez. Work over to Monroe, 27 seconds before half. Riverton with a 3-point lead in the ball. Up top, Hernandez jabs right, dribbles left, tries to go post. Ball kicked out, tipped out of bounds off of Shumway. Well, they're going to get Shumway with a foul, trying to collect the loose ball.
So that's going to be 2 shots. As Aiden Kelly will toe the free throw line now. 52% on limited attempts. Just 21 attempts coming into the weekend.
He'll look his first one down the lane and miss it. 16.4 to go in the second period. It's 17 for the Wolverines, 14 for the Braves. Gantenbein subs back in as Hernandez will sub out for Riverton. One more free throw for Kelly. good. 18-14. Riverton on top. Star Valley a chance to score just before halftime. 10 seconds for Lancaster across the half court. Drives the left post, ball on his hip to the rim and in. 4 seconds still remain, and nobody goes to inbound the ball for Riverton, and they don't get it in. Time expires. They still had 5 seconds. They could have worked something up, but nobody went to inbound the ball. So we go to the locker room with Star Valley down by 2, 18-16 on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community for over 25 years with residential, commercial, and construction services, along with porta potties and septic pumping. Please remember to always bag your garbage before placing it into your can. Even the smallest breeze can cause garbage to scatter everywhere as it is being dumped into our garbage trucks. For service and questions, visit starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
For the last 40 years, my goal was to move to a place like this. And so now I moved here. I couldn't really do much of anything.
He's relatively young for hip arthritis and was limited significantly because of the pain. We decided that the best course would be proceeding with a hip replacement.
It was easy. It was just, I know it sounds strange, right, when you know what they do. One of the greatest things about moving to Star Valley has been Dr. Linford and Mountain West Orthopedic.
My name is Anna Altabo, and since I was young, Desi's dance studio has been like a second home to me. Dance has always been my favorite language, and Desi's gave me the space to embrace it 100%. Whether it was ballet, tap, lyrical, or ballroom, I knew there were always two things I could count on: supportive instructors and lifelong friends. The confidence and identity I have today are all thanks to my time at the studio.
For more information and to get started, visit Desi'sDance.com. Assist to Sell, the Realty team knows that buying and selling in our current market is expensive. Their full service assistance will save you thousands on your next real estate transaction. Call Mandy Jack or Ashley Cranny today to find out how. Meet your 2025 Star Valley Braves and Lady Braves. Scan the code for a complete roster with pictures and player information. Presented by the University of Wyoming and Star Valley Health. It's your 2025 Star Valley Braves.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
At the half in Riverton, Star Valley Health Halftime Show with the Braves down by 2 at the break, 18-16 at Riverton High School. Y'all, I don't know if it's good defense, sluggish offense, maybe a combination of both, but this game tight in a low-scoring affair.
If I'm Riverton, I kind of like the way that first half went. I thought the tempo favored the Wolverines with what they were trying to do. You're up 2 at the break. You're out rebounding your opponent. You've had some good looks, and you've shortened the game. So if I'm Riverton, I think I'm fairly pleased with that. Maybe not that last layup from Cooper Lancaster, but other than that, I think Riverton kind of got what they wanted in that first half.
Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers with the Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One Floor and Home halftime battle stats.
Well, I would not have guessed, but Ryan Cox leading the way in the first half. He had those 5 first quarter points. He's still got 5, but he's also got 5 rebounds, so he's on his way to a double-double. Malachi Smith, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 points for Clay Sheets, 3 for Eric Smith, 1 for Blake Gantenbein, Aiden Kelly, and Brandon Monroe. The rebounding numbers did actually tighten up just a little bit there. Riverton still leading it by 1. The Wolverines 2 of 10 from the three-point line, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. The Braves being led in that first half by Zane Hedges. Zane with 7 points to lead all scores. Cooper Lancaster dropping in 4, 3 for Dylan Shumway, 2 for Cooper Lawson. And the rebounding numbers 13 to 12. As you saw, the Braves 2 of 5 from the three-point line and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Just all in all, as you mentioned, Duke, just not nearly as many possessions as maybe Star Valley's used to having, and that certainly had an impact on that first half. Those are your Battleson Brothers halftime stats.
Carpet, that's Battleson Brothers Flooring, where you'll find quality, price, and service just a block south of the Arch in Afton. Battleson Brothers Flooring. Dal, let's see if we can give away some froyo here, maybe some crumble cookie or soup. It's a gift certificate up for grabs from Swirl and Star of 89 in Afton with our halftime trivia.
And the question for this game is, which team holds the advantage in the series on a neutral court? So games played on a neutral court, between Star Valley and Riverton. Who holds the advantage? 307-203-4637. The first correct answer wins a gift certificate to the Star of 89.
203-4637 at the half. Braves trail by 2, 18-16 on the SBI Sports Network.
Save big during the Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home President's Day sale. For a limited time, browse through 25,000 square feet of LVP listed at just $1.99 per square foot. Select carpet, including installation and cushion, is just $2.99 per square foot. Select tile, normally $4.99, is now just 99 cents. Carpet and LVP remnants are also 99 cents per square foot. Only while supplies last at Battleson Brothers, 1 block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Western is a fantastic option when it comes to higher education. We're awarded consistent upper rankings year to year from entities such as University HQ, College Factual, and Intelligent.com. But don't just take their word for it. Listen to what our own students had to say about why they love Western.
The sense of community that this campus has.
Inter meals are always fun in my opinion.
They like all of the instructors and the coursework.
The tuition is very affordable.
I have awesome teachers, they're personal and great.
There's always an adventure when you're here.
Get ready for a real good time at Star Valley Station, your go-to spot for big screen thrills, strikes, and slices. Step into our movie theater and immerse yourself in the magic of cinema. But that's not all. Unleash your inner bowler at our fantastic bowling alley. Then treat yourself to mouth-watering pizza that will have your taste buds cheering. It's entertainment galore at Star Valley Station. Come on over and let the fun begin.
Halftime coverage is made possible by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Find starvalleyhealth.org with, of course, the hospital in Afton, clinic location there as well. Clinic contained and expanded health care in Alpine. Visit starvalleyhealth.org for all the details. Braves trailing by 2 at the break, 18-16 in Riverton today. Wolverines with the advantage. Now let's see how Star Valley's done so far with the assist to sell keys to the game.
Well, key number one was try and slow down Malachi Smith. By the numbers, I think they've done that to this point. Malachi with just 4 points, 3 rebounds, but obviously a whole second half to go. Hang your hat on defense. You've only allowed 18, but it kind of feels like Riverton's controlled the tempo in this first half. 3 players in double figures, obviously a long way from that. And then create high-quality three-pointers. I thought the 2 3-pointers the Braves made were both off of high-quality rotation and ball movement. So keep working on that. Star Valley only shot 5 in the first half. We've seen games where they shoot 30 in the game. We'll see how the second half goes, but so far, I think they're probably getting like a C+ on the assist to sell keys to the game.
Local agents Ashley Cranny and Mandy Jack have the keys to your next home. Visit assist2sellstarvalley.com. That's assist2sellstarvalley.com. And Katie Dance had the chance to catch up with Coach Shumway and get his thoughts on that first half. Well, let's see what he had to say. McKady, take it away.
Coach said they need to not give up as many chances to score and keep their momentum up. He thinks they need to be better both offensively and defensively. In this next half, he wants to score more and just be stronger in general. Back to you, Duke.
Thank you, McKady Dance, with a Miles CPA courtside report in Afton and in Alpine. That is Miles CPA. Now let's see if we have a winner of that halftime trivia question and a gift certificate up for grabs from Star of 89 and Swirl in Afton.
And our question was, which team holds the advantage in this series on a neutral court? And the answer is Riverton. They lead the neutral courts meetings 4-3. So do we have a winner?
That we do, and it looks like the first correct answer, phone number ends in 3254. 3254, congratulations, you are the first correct answer. You can pick up your gift certificate next week from SBI Media in Afton. Is good for Swirl, which has froyo. They have soups of the week, crumble cookies. You can use it at the giftery as well. All kinds of good stuff. Congratulations, 3254. You are the winner. We heard this, Dow, from you mentioned it. Coach Lancaster mentioned it. Just tempo of this game, it hasn't been what we've seen Star Valley play recently. They've come into Riverton, and credit Coach Bo Sheets. He's had a good game plan, and it feels like they've controlled the tempo and pace of this game up to this point.
Well, their season hasn't gone how you would like it to go if you're the Wolverines, but Coach Sheets does a really good job. I think he's a very good coach, and like you said, they got a good game plan, and they've got some things going. I would say the only up-tempo moments that we saw in that first half kind of favored the Wolverines when they jumped up 10-5, and they kind of had that back-to-back transition sequence. But other than that, it's basically just been kind of a deflating half-court type of game. We'll see if it picks up here in the third. I'm guessing that it will.
We'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Shumway has. And I don't know that Star Valley's played poorly now. It just hasn't been to their standard that they'd like to have in a game like this. And so 18-16 is your score as we wrap up the Star Valley Health halftime show. Again, Star Valley with control of the 4A Southwest. They'd like to get everything locked in and secured and get that #1 overall seed in the region tournament with a win here today and leave no doubt or questions on the table. 4A West Region Tournament in 2 weeks from now. Star Valley will be hosting Jackson next week to wrap up the conference schedule. It will be senior night next week for the Braves at home. And then they'll head to Rock Springs for the region tournament.
You know, now this may or may not turn out to be any type of big deal at all, Duke, but the end of that first half, you talked about there being 5 seconds left and Riverton had possession but really didn't get together to do anything with it. That results in the first possession of the third quarter going to Star Valley. It's just kind of a wasted thing. We'll see if it makes any difference. Just little things, though.
It's a really good point. So Lancaster got that layup, and now Star Valley has the ball back. Lancaster will drive the post, kick to Neal, draws baseline, back around outside, and again around the arc. Shumway on the right wing. Star Valley down by 2 with the basketball to open up the second half of play. Hedges has this pass tipped, but volleyed it into the hands of Riverton. Linford almost saved it, but it's a steal for the Wolverines on the opening possession of the half.
Winds up in the hands of Brandon Monroe.
Right side, Hernandez goes to Cox, right side of the elbow. Up top again to Hernandez. Jabs right, dribbles left to the rim. Left-hand scoop, no good. Tip ball rebound by Linford, and Will has it.
I thought that was going to go in. That was a nice drive.
Hedges to the left. Works to Neal. Bryson has a screen. Right side, Shumway. No shot for him, and back to Hedges to reset the half-court offense. Ball moving around the perimeter for Star Valley with 7:04 still to play in the third. Both teams scoreless through the first minute. Now Lancaster takes a 3, too strong, rebounded by Linford underneath. Back to the backboard kick out. Hedges down the barrel 3 for him. Yeah, that's too strong, no good. Rebounded again though by Linford. Back to Lancaster. Shot fake, drive, dribble, lost the ball out of bounds, and it goes to Riverton. It was poked out by Malachi Smith initially. Then Lancaster tried to collect it, and he loses it out of bounds.
A couple of good open looks from distance, not going down, set up by back-to-back offensive rebounds from Linford, but Riverton holding strong.
Star Valley, a little trap at the half-court line here for the Wolverines on the dribble. They get it up the court to the right side. Cox in the corner. 6.5 to play in the third period. Still scoreless for both teams. 90 seconds into the half. Left side, Hernandez, deep on the perimeter. Top of the key, Cox back to the backboard, now pivots around, looks for some help, and goes right side to Monroe. Has a screen, drives in the lane, lost the ball, ricocheted into the hand of Neal. Out in front to Linford, who wasn't looking for the ball, lost it, kicked it. Zane Hedges tries to save it into the scoreboard, but can't get there in time. And a miscue for the Braves on offense, trying to go fast break.
These little moments, they all pile up over the course of a game and can kind of go back and kind of highlight them in the post game if you win or lose.
Mr. Miller, the AD, calmly steps up and pushes the scoreboard back to where it needs to go. Score table, I should say.
Part of the job.
That's right.
That's why they get the big money.
Doing the extra things. 5:55 to go in the third period. Here's a jumper, no, and an offensive charge. Aiden Kelly with the offensive foul. Gives it back to Star Valley. Here's the replay with Fall River Propane.
And it's Zane Hedges who draws it. It usually is on this team. Second personal on Kelly. First team foul on the Wolverines. Eric Smith coming in. Clay Sheets. I've just got kind of a feeling in my gut. Clay Sheets is going to have something to do with a big moment in this game. for the Wolverines. He's a good shooter. He had some effective moments in the first half.
Younger brother of Malachi, not the height of Malachi, but certainly could shoot. Here's Lancaster, drives baseline, extra pass outside, Neal, three, down the barrel, no good. Too strong again. Ball tipped loose and off of Star Valley and out of bounds. We've seen the Braves hit the rim deep. Their shots have been too strong, I guess is what I'm saying. Hit the back iron and out. That's happened several times in the game.
Well, they've taken 3 3-pointers in the first 2.5 minutes of this quarter. They've all been wide open, and they've all been very strong.
Sheets deep on the left side wing. Holds the ball low, Hedges on him, and then throws it right to Shumway. He lost it out of bounds, tries to dive it and save it. He slides 15 feet out of bounds trying to get to that. He's going to have a
floor burn
after that.
Might have a floor burn on his belly button on that one. Learned that from a volleyball player, I think.
That was more wax off than wax on, I'll tell you that. 5:20 to play in the third period. Lancaster, backcourt pressure. Forces the pass to Monroe. Still in the backcourt. Shumway thought it was 10 seconds. Official disagrees, and a timeout taken by Coach Sheets of Riverton. We'll take the timeout as well. 5:09 to play in the third. Almost 3 minutes gone by, and no points in the third period. Back in 60 on SVI.
The winter sledding season will be here before you know it. Make sure you're ready for the best winter yet by making your reservations at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton, Wyoming. The resort is located just minutes away from some of the best backcountry sledding in the Rocky Mountains, regardless of experience. And with plenty of trailer parking and a large complimentary breakfast, there is no place better to stay while you enjoy the Wyoming winter. Book your stay today by visiting KodiakMountainResort.com.
Bill Neeb, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Dylan Shumway and the Star Valley Braves come out after the Riverton timeout. It is Wolverine basketball. 5:09 to play in the third period. Neither team has scored in this half. It was 18-16 at the break. It still is.
Yeah, both teams kind of just flipping jabs at each other here in the first 3 minutes.
Smith, top of the key. Jabs, drives right, double team. Kick out, three, Sheets, no good. Rebounded by Linford. He's been big on the boards in this second half.
That's his sixth.
Lancaster has a screen by Linford, takes the three. Too strong again, rebounded by Monroe. Riverton basketball. Eric Smith down the left sideline. Sets up on the angle, tries to drive, can't. Back on top, hesitates, goes in, lost the ball, picked it up. Kick out, three-corner Monroe, good. Brandon Monroe hits the first points of the half with 4:30 to go in the third period. It's 21-16.
Well, and Hernandez had to save that, and he's able to save it to Monroe, and he knocks it down.
Dyson Nild has a high screen, works to Lancaster on the left side wing. He'll point and direct traffic. Braves have been held scoreless through half a third period here. Riverton just with that 1 3 balls all. Lancaster drives, double team. Tries to, beautiful pass to Linford, kick out. Nild, three, no. Rebound loose, saved by Hedges, falling out of bounds, up top to Linford. Extra possession. Hedges, three, get in there, nope, bouncing on the rim. Almost tipped in by Lancaster. Can't get it, Cox on the board, Riverton basketball.
At some point, the Braves got to drive it in.
Here's Eric Smith driving in, and he scores on the angle. 23-16 Wolverine.
Braves have shot 5 threes in the first 4 minutes of this quarter and bricked them all.
McClure and Lawson get set at the table to check in at the next opportunity. Shumway drives, splits the D, shot fake now to the rim, high off the square, no, but a foul. And Shumway will go to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 attempts. Still looking for those first points of the half.
Foul will go against Eric Smith, his second. Dylan to the line where he typically is a good free throw shooter. 73% on the season.
Free throw is good, or no good, sorry. Now you look at this game and you think about the region tournament coming up. Star Valley's been playing well. Riverton has been record-wise one of the bottom teams in the 4A West, and you're thinking, okay, go to regionals, and you're looking for this type of a matchup. It just goes to show you can't take anything for granted. I mean, this game shows that especially come tournament time, anything can happen. Free throw's good for Shumway on the second attempt.
Yeah, we kind of talk about the top 6 teams in the West, now wide open it is. We're not even including Riverton in that conversation, and yet here they are up 6.
3:14 to go in the third period. Garrett Jackson gives it up to Eric Smith, still on the perimeter. Holds it high. Lancaster on him defensively with the clock down to 3:03 to go. That free throw just made by Shumway, the only point scored in the half for Star Valley. Late third period. Ball movement deep around the perimeter for Riverton. Their game plan has been to limit possessions. They've had long possessions on their end. No shot clock in Wyoming yet. Coach Sheets knows it. Driving in is Jackson, baseline, kick out. Hernandez tries to bounce it up the post, but it's stolen away by Hedges. Out in front to Lancaster, lays it in transition and good. Easily one of the best plays for the Braves in this one. It's 23-19.
Yeah, well said, but a nice steal from Zane, capitalizing on that opportunity.
Smith works to Kelly. 23-19.
Mid-Country's letting him have all that space because he shot a 3 earlier, but I looked it up. That was only his second attempt of the season.
Now he drives the post, tries to back down. Lawson spin, goes to his right side, no good. Rebounded on the back end of the rim by Shumway. Star Valley basketball, 23-19. Here comes Lancaster again, pulls up the jumper below the elbow, too strong. Rebound is there for Garrett Jackson of Riverton. I don't know what it is, but a lot of back iron hits today. Minute 48 to go in the third.
Yeah, everything's been long today on Star Valley's jump shots.
Hernandez, free throw line, no shot. Outside to Kelly, drives the angle, Shumway shuts the door on it. Back up top to Hernandez. Minute 35 to go in the third period. 2 team fouls on Riverton, none on Star Valley. Here's a 3-ball corner for Kelly, no good. Loose ball rebound pulled in by Lancaster. He's up the sideline. Dribbles across the half court, works Hedges left side, drives the angle, spins, can't get into the lane, kick out to Cooper, extra pass to McClure. He's above the left side corner. Minute 18 to play in the third. Lawson, no look pass to McClure, 3 away, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's pulled in by Eric Smith of the Wolverines. Eric on the run, works it down the left post, to the rim, off the square and in. Coast to coast for Eric Smith. It's a 6-point lead again for the Wolverines.
And he's now got the team high of 7 points.
McClure, 3, left side, no, short. Rebounded by Eric on the run. 1 on 3 to the rim, no good, but a foul.
Star Valley is 0 for 7 from the 3-point line in this quarter. That foul is going to go against Dylan Shumway, his second. Is that just the first team foul on the Braves with 49 seconds left in the quarter?
Riverton only with 2.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Smith will hit the first free throw. You mentioned you had a feeling, Dal, that he was going to make an impact, and so far in this third period, he's made a huge impact.
Well, and on the other end, I just got my grumpy pants on right now. I wish the Braves would attack the rim instead of launching threes. That's just my philosophy in general, but this quarter, it has not paid off for them.
Second free throw rattled in. An 8-point Wolverine lead in Riverton. 46 seconds left in the third period. McClure, left side corner. Couple dribbles, keeps it alive, and up top to Shumway. Bounces to Lancaster in the circle at half court. 35 seconds remaining in the third period. Braves with only 19 points in the game. This is a team that's hit 70 twice in conference play this year. Here's Lancaster bumped and fouled on the baseline. You can do that if you're Riverton, because that's only your third team foul. And you'd rather do that than give Lancaster an open lane.
First personal on Sheets.
Cooper will inbound on the baseline for Star Valley. Lob up top to McClure. Holds it with 23 seconds to go. Now Lancaster, right wing 3. That one's in, rolled the rim. Finally one falls for the Braves. A Wyoming Army National Guard triple. It's a 5-point game. 13 seconds to go as Eric Smith is across the half-court line. Late third period, 8, 7, 6. Smith has a screen, 4, 3's away, no good. Rebounded by Lawson. He outlets to Shumway, who doesn't get the full quarter off in time. And Dylan's younger brother on the bench put his hands up like it was going to be good. Maybe teasing his big bro right there. 27-22, Braves down by 5 in Riverton on the SBI Sports Network.
Tucked away in majestic western Wyoming is Lincoln County School District Number 2. Our team provides excellent public education across 5 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 3 high schools where our staff receive the support they need to educate effectively. Right now, LCSD2 has several employment opportunities for the upcoming school year and other anticipated teacher openings coming available in the next few weeks. Be part of a caring team with LCSD2. Visit lcsd2.org today to apply.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Time to go back to the court with more live coverage of Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Start of the High Country Solution fourth period here at Riverton High School. Visit them online at highcountrysol.com. Coach Shumway starts the period with Schwab, Lancaster, Shumway, McClure, and Lawson on the floor for the Braves. They are on defense. Here's a quick three from Kelly. No good. Rebounded by Lancaster. Chance for the Braves here to cut into a 5-point deficit early in the fourth. Lancaster has a screen from Lawson. Tried to dump it down to him, but he's covered. Dumps it to Shumway on the right side wing. Shumway has a screen from Lawson. Takes the three. No good. Too strong again. Loose ball rebound fought for and pulled in by Kelly. It's Riverton basketball.
Star Valley 3 of 14 from beyond the arc in this contest.
Here's ball movement to Kelly. He'll step back into the circle. And if you're Riverton, you want long possessions, which is what they've done all game long. Limiting Star Valley's opportunities on the other end. Malachi on the outside. Jabs to his right, drives in against McClure, and a baseline jumper. No good. Great defense by Smith. And an air ball goes to Schwab, who's fouled on the baseline after the rebound.
Ryan Cox going to be whistled for that personal foul. Second personal, first team foul.
7:06 to go in the High Country Solutions fourth period. 27-22. Braves trailing with the basketball. Lancaster across the half court. Works to his left with a pass to Shumway. Lawson up top. Dribble to Schwab. Bounce down to McClure, one-on-one, now double team, kick out Schwab, no shot. He'll have it down the left post, runner in the lane, off the backboard, and no good. Tip ball out, but collected by Kelly. Riverton basketball, Braves one and done again. 6:34 to play in the fourth period. Still a 5-point Riverton lead. Low dribble for Kelly. Bounce left side to Hernandez. McClure on him, has a screen. Defense switches. Lancaster almost pokes the ball loose. Hernandez keeps it at the top of the key. Back to Kelly, now Hernandez on the left side. Malachi on the baseline. Squares up on the left side key. Back to the backboard. Spins in the lane. Ball tipped by McClure into the hands of Lawson. And Star Valley has the steal. Shumway across the half court. Feeds to McClure. Shot fake. Drive in the lane. Now back to the backboard and clears it to Lancaster. Under 6 to go in the game. Braves trailing by 5, 27-22.
Star Valley, they kind of seem out of sorts on offense. Not quite sure what they want to do.
Lancaster, three, no good. Rebounded though by Schwab. He clears the pack outside. Another possession here for the Braves on the offensive board. Lancaster above the left corner, goes baseline. Bumped, kicked it out. Shumway for three, no good. Rebounded by Malachi Smith. Shots just are not falling for the Braves today. They still trail by 5.
3 of 16 from the arc, 19%. Only shooting 29% from inside the arc, though. So, yeah, it's been a cold shooting day for the Braves.
Hernandez, right side for the Wolverines. 5:15 to go in the fourth. Hop, kick out. Three, Monroe, no good. Rebounded by Schwab on the run. Feeds it to Shumway. The ball stolen on the pass. Back the other way. Kick out, corner three. Malachi, no good. Rebounded, though, by Kelly. He still has it. Step back three. Good. Aiden Kelly. Step back three. The crowd's starting to feel it in Riverton. It's 30-22. Timeout. Coach Sheets back in 30 on SBI.
There's still time to get out and enjoy what winter has to offer in beautiful Alpine, Wyoming. Snowmobile in the backcountry with your own sled, or rent one from a local retailer. You could also enjoy the scenery on snowshoes or go cross-country skiing on our groomed trails. Maybe get out on the ice for some excellent fishing. And of course, stay a while with exceptional lodging and dining options. Enjoy the winter while you still can and book your stay in Alpine, Wyoming.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Timeout on the court taken by Coach Sheets of the Wolverines. 5:15 to go in the game. Having an issue at the clock table. They haven't been able to put up the points for that last three ball that was made. It still says 27-22. And officials and coaches from both teams are there trying to work things out.
Yeah, they should be 30. Riverton should be 30, I mean.
Correct. And I don't know if there's just a malfunction on the clock. It's almost as if they're not able to do it. And they're going to ask both coaching staffs to convene. And they're going to try and work this out. They got to turn off the scoreboard, so I think it froze. They just weren't able to put up the numbers.
Had to restart it.
So the scoreboard is off, and this will give both coaches a little more time to talk to their players here in the timeout. Star Valley is trailing 30-22 here in the fourth period. 4 minutes 54 seconds remain in this game. And as they turn the scoreboard back on, it looks like they got it all correct now. We'll see what Star Valley can do here.
This doesn't seem like a lot of time. The way this game has gone, and as cold and slow as the Braves offenses look tonight, that is not a lot of time. Now, they got 5:15 on their scoreboard now. So I wonder if some of that ticked off while they were figuring that out, and this is what the actual time should be.
Well, our producer's telling us that he had 4:54, so I think the scoreboard froze because they couldn't put the time on. The scoreboard froze, and they should probably run some time off the clock, but they're not going to. So we'll just add 20 seconds to the game and let it go on. And so it's rolling down to 5:04 to go here in the gym as Lancaster drives the post and scores. And Cooper makes it a 6-point game again, 3:24 to go.
Well, that was cleared out by Big Country. He gave him basically a two-lane highway in for the rim.
4:50 to go in the High Country Solutions fourth. And Riverton will continue to be patient on offense. They lob to Malachi. Triple team spin, shoot, no. But a rebound and the putback is in. He missed it off the triple, but his teammate Ryan Cox was there for the putback. Back to an 8-point game again. Here's a scoop from Hedges, no good. Schwab has a big rebound. He'll dribble and he'll put it up. He'll miss it, but then he'll clean it up. Another offensive board and a score. Timeout taken by Coach Shumway. Braves have been able to score in the last couple possessions, but they got to start getting stops. 32-26 is the score. 4:24 to go. Back in 60 on SVI.
Food insecurity is the foundation to everything. Every 2 weeks, the paychecks come in and the bills go out. After rent, water, power, fuel, and every other bill is paid, my account is generally under $20 until the next paycheck. This leaves very little to no money to stock the pantry with groceries for our family. But with the help from the Afton Food Pantry, I did not have to pick and choose between paying my bills or buying groceries. They lovingly opened their doors to my family and I when we needed it the most.
If you feel a burning in the back of your heel or lower calf that worsens with activity, you may have Achilles tendonitis. This often occurs as the result of repeated movements of certain sports, such as running, tennis, or basketball. Dr. Andrew McCall at Alpine Foot and Ankle is your local expert for Achilles tendonitis treatments and many more foot and ankle problems. To learn more and to schedule a consultation, visit alpinefootandAnkle.clinic. That's alpinefootandAnkle.clinic.
The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Braves need some stops on defense. They're only down by 6, just a 2-possession game, but the way this thing is gone, that feels like such a big mountain to climb.
Yeah, you may only get like 5 more possessions the way this game's gone.
Here's a strong take, but an offensive charge. Aiden Kelly went up high, and again, Zane Hedges was there to draw the charge. Kelly hit the court hard. He'll hop up.
I got to be honest, Duke, I'm a little surprised that's what the offense opted for, just because of what we've been talking about. Easily could have maybe burned another 20, 30 seconds, maybe got another shot, and instead you basically give the ball right back.
Here's Lancaster, has a screen, can't drive and travels. He looked like he wanted to drive, but the officials are right there. Pivot foot either slid or came up. And they'll give it back again to the Wolverines. 32-26, Braves came in averaging 54 points per game. And with 4 left remaining, they've scored 26 points.
Yeah, they're less than half of that.
Here's trouble for Smith. Double team, splits it, and a timeout called by Coach Sheets to make sure he keeps possession. We'll keep it here for this timeout on a 30-second variety. 3 minutes and 53 seconds remains of this game. 2 team fouls have been called on Riverton, just no team fouls called in the period on Star Valley. And the Braves down by 6 points on the road.
And this game, quite honestly, Duke, well, neither of the girls or the boys game's kind of gone how we might have thought, but I look at this game for Riverton, especially after what we saw Malachi Smith do to the Braves in Afton. He's kind of been held in check. It's actually been like Ryan Cox and Eric Smith who've done the majority of the scoring tonight. It's just been a different kind of ball game than what you anticipate. And that's what high school sports is all about. You can guess all you want about what might happen, but then what actually happens might be something totally different.
Certainly why you play the game. 3:53 to go in the fourth. 32-26, Riverton on top with the basketball. Lancaster guarding Eric in the backcourt. Eric Smith will take it across the timeline. Lancaster reaches across the body and fouls. That's the first foul of the period against Star Valley with 3:45 to go in the fourth.
Second personal on Cooper Lancaster.
So there is 3:40 remaining. 6-point lead for Riverton. Wolverines have the basketball. Double team, in trouble, but outlet. And still burning time off the clock. Hernandez drives and kicks. Corner 3 for Eric Smith. No good. Rebound fought for, and Lawson is going to come out of it with the ball. He'll get the rebound, and Star Valley back with the ball.
Big Country was like a mama gorilla protecting the nest on that one.
Lancaster 3-corner, no good. Rebounded by Riverton on the run. Eric Smith to Malachi. Transition blocked by Lancaster, but they get him off the foul. Cooper from behind came down and swatted it. Looked like it could have been close to all ball, but the official there to say some arm contact as well.
Third personal on Lancaster, second team foul. Malachi Smith to the line for the first time today. First one is good.
Makes it a 3-possession game and gives Star Valley the second team foul. It's now 33-26 with 3:06 remaining. Second free throw. No good. Rebounded by Lancaster on the run up the right side. Splits the D. Ball poked away, but picked up by Hedges. Zane at top of the key. Spins down the lane. Shot is up. No good. Oh, it is good. Looked like it was going to fall off the right, but the spin on the ball hooked it in and falls with the foul. And to the line for the and one. That was big for Zane Hedges.
9 points for Zane, and yeah, that was an aggressive take.
Just enough English on it. Down to a 5-point game. Free throw is good. Zane, how big was that?
Zane now with 10 points in the game.
4-point difference now with 2:56 remaining in the High Country Solutions fourth quarter. Riverton's held the lead the entire way, but Star Valley in striking distance. Eric Smith in the front court. Lancaster's on him. Steps back. Lancaster tries to swat it away, but can't. Here's a kick into the corner. Three's away. Good. Wow, what a shot for Brandon Monroe. Just as big on the other end. Back to a 7-point game again. Shumway to Lawson. He takes a 3, leans into it. No good. Off balance. Rebounded by Malachi Smith.
I don't like that shot. Way too much desperation in that one. There's still 2.5 minutes left.
Here's Eric Smith. Another 3. Good again. Back-to-back triples, and as soon as Star Valley pulls to within 4, just like that, it's a 10-point game. 2:14 to go in the fourth after 2 triples on the SVI Sports Network.
The LCSD2 Transportation Department is currently hiring for multiple positions. Work part-time as a bus aide, starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time mechanics are also needed, starting at $27 per hour, with medical, dental, and vision benefits, along with the Wyoming retirement system. Activity bus drivers are also needed, starting at $25 per hour with benefits, or become a daily route bus driver starting at $22 per hour, only during the school year. To learn more and apply, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Here's Duke Dance. Dal Erickson and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves basketball.
Looked like Star Valley was going to be right back into this thing, but Riverton goes back-to-back threes, and they lead it by 10, 39-29, just 2:14 remaining. So the Braves have to get quick points now and some stops on defense. Hedges, ball poked away, collects it on the side. 2:05 to go. Screens for Zane, pick and roll, Lawson down the lane. Shot is up, bouncing and no good. Ball ricochets into a Riverton rebound and a jump ball call. Arrow does favor Star Valley, so they will keep it on their end.
Well, if you had Big Country drive to the hoop off the glass, come out of a timeout on your bingo card, you won on that one.
Hedges will inbound. Braves keep the ball, but Riverton able to flip the arrow, which could be big late in the game. Hedges one-on-one in the lane. Shot fake, and that puts it up and scores. Another timeout taken by Coach Shumway. This one's a full. Back to a single-digit game, 8-point difference, 39-31 Riverton on the SVI Sports Network.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
The winter sledding season will be here before you know it. Make sure you're ready for the best winter yet by making your reservations at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton, Wyoming. The resort is located just minutes away from some of the best backcountry sledding in the Rocky Mountains, regardless of experience. And with plenty of trailer parking and a large complimentary breakfast, there is no place better to stay while you enjoy the Wyoming winter. Book your stay today by visiting KodiakMountainResort.com.
Time to go back to the court with more live coverage of Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Zane Hedges able to get the field goal to make it an 8-point game. Now Star Valley will have to pressure in the backcourt. Malachi Smith will inbound. Double team there for Star Valley. And a almost steal by Lancaster. Goes to Smith. Down low to Hernandez. Clears it back up. And now Star Valley's going to have to foul. And they thought they did, but they don't get the call. And now Shumway will tie up Smith with 1:37 remaining in the game. Lancaster almost had that steal, but it just couldn't quite come down with it.
You just look at the hole, though, that the Braves dug themselves in over the course of 4 quarters, and now you're in this situation, having to foul with 2 fouls to give.
Ball moving across half court, and Schwab will foul Eric Smith. That will be the 4th team foul, 3rd on Dayton, so that is the last one to give. Now they'll have to foul another time before free throws. Inbound backcourt to Kelly. This time Shumway not fouling him. Tries to go reach across for the steal, so they pick up those 2 fouls. Now they'll back off. Left side, Malachi. 1:20 to go in the game, and they do get the steal. Lancaster goes to Shumway. One-on-one at the rim. Shot is up. Good with a foul. Dylan Shumway scores it as Lancaster picks up the loose ball. Shumway goes left side and to the line. Makes it 39-33. A 6-point difference. Back to a 2-possession game, and Shumway at the line.
Hernandez whistled for that one, his 3rd. So now each team with 4. Shumway to the line. He's 1 of 2 this evening.
Good. 5-point game. Star Valley full court press on the inbound, and a quick foul on the, no, they let it play through. The ball's on the court. A jump ball call. Riverton will get possession as the arrow flips back to Star Valley on the next one.
Certainly the pressure is starting to build on the Wolverines just a little bit here, though. It was a 10-point lead, now it's 5.
Brandon Monroe will sub into the game as Hernandez subs out. Malachi will throw this one in. Malachi goes to Monroe. Passes away from his teammate and out of bounds, untouched. Star Valley basketball.
That's smart by Cooper because the urgency in your brain says go get that ball, but you didn't have to.
Big mistake for Riverton. They've kept the door open here for Star Valley now with that mistake. Braves have been able to get a couple turnovers. Lancaster to the rim. Good on the dribble drive. And it's a 3-point game, a 7-0 run in 1 minute for Star Valley. Now they trap and double team in the corner, and it's going to force a timeout by Coach Sheets. Boy, this one looked like it was over a minute ago. It was a 10-point lead for Riverton. Star Valley does get a couple of steals. They capitalize, and now it's down to a one-possession game, 39-36.
We kind of saw this on the other side of the fence on Thursday. The Braves had an 11-point lead late against Evanston, and then Evanston went on a 9-0 run and made things very interesting there at the end. And this time, Star Valley's the one that's been trailing and cut it to 3 here. It's still a lot of basketball left to play. Both teams in the bonus. Just a little bit of housekeeping here on free throws. The Braves 5 of 7 tonight. The Wolverines 7 of 11. So see if that becomes any type of factor.
It is going to be Riverton basketball. The arrow now does favor Star Valley.
Yeah, because of that jump forced by Zane a couple of possessions ago.
So that's big.
And then that unforced turnover, that throwaway from Riverton that turned into the 3-point play.
Wolverines have it. Inbounding on their baseline. Clock at 3 count, 4, and they throw it into Kelly. Back to Eric Smith, and the ball is almost a little bit of foul. That's going to put Eric Smith to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Clock stopped at 49.2 to go in this High Country Solutions fourth period.
That's foul number 4 on Dayton Schwab. So that will send Eric Smith to the line. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And on the season, he came into the weekend shooting 56%, 18 of 32 for the entire season. None bigger than these.
Free throw is too strong, no good. All the rebounders have been pulled back for Riverton with a 3-point lead and still 1 free throw to go. Here it is. No good. Wow. No good, and Lancaster has it. Down by 3 across the timeline, 44 seconds. Big move by Cooper. Dishes to Hedges. Jumper blocked by Malachi. Loose ball fought for. Lawson is there, and he'll have it. Timeout call by Coach Shumway to keep possession as Lawson fell on the basketball like he was recovering a fumble for his offense. 36.5 to go in the fourth. A full timeout. We'll be back in just 30 seconds after this on SVI.
Are you ready to join a legacy of service and adventure? The Wyoming National Guard invites you to be a part of something bigger. With us, you can serve your state and nation, all while pursuing your dreams. In the Wyoming National Guard, we ride for the brand, then fly for the brand. Embrace the opportunity, make a part-time commitment, and become a guardian of Wyoming's future. Join us today and be a part of a tradition like no other. Your journey begins here.
Let's get back to live coverage of Wyoming High School basketball live on the SVI Sports Network.
Coach Shumway drawing up the play. He's going to have an inbound from the side above the corner. It's a tough place to inbound. He'll have Shumway, Schwab, Hedges, Lawson, and Lancaster on the court.
What a hustle play by Big Country right there, though. Saved that possession. Had the Wolverines come up with that ball, that gives them possession with a 3-point lead. Instead, Star Valley now, you don't have to get a 3 here. In fact, maybe an and 1 situation, Cooper down the lane might be the way to go.
Actually inbound from the bench, in front of the bench, Lancaster, an aggressive take is going to go to the rim. A foul on the floor before the shot, but it is bonus, and so we'll see 2 free throws here for Cooper with 32.1 seconds to go.
First personal on Brandon Monroe. Cooper is 0 for 1 from the free throw line today.
If you remember, there was a scoreboard malfunction earlier this half, and about 20 seconds of gameplay went by without the clock running, and they decided not to change anything. So you could argue there should be maybe just 10 or so seconds left as Cooper hits the free throw to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, if we're understanding that just from our observation, that benefited Star Valley. 20 seconds, Cooper hits them both.
1 point game. Braves have hit some shots to make it a 9-0 run. They trailed by 10 and a timeout taken by Riverton because Malachi couldn't inbound the ball. He didn't want to turn it back over. With 2 minutes remaining, Dal, it was 39-29. A 10-point lead for Riverton. Star Valley's gone on a 9-0 run to make it a 1 point difference.
Well, and the Wolverines had come off back-to-back triples. They had all the momentum, and it's just since then the Braves have, I mean, you really don't have a lot of room for error in that situation. The Braves haven't made any. They've capitalized on the opportunities they've gotten. The Wolverines have made a couple of mistakes, big mistakes, and here you are. Now it's a 1 point game. I mean, you go back a couple of possessions, Duke, the Braves were fouling down 8 with 2 fouls to give. I mean, they were not in a position to try and get the ball back, and now even if they commit a foul and Riverton hits both free throws, it's going to be a 3 point game. It's just the game is completely flipped over in the last 90 seconds.
As you mentioned, both teams in the bonus. 32 seconds remaining in the High Country Solutions fourth period. Riverton will have a chance to inbound. No timeouts remain either. That was the final timeout for Riverton. Star Valley also out of timeouts. So that could also come into play. Neither team has a timeout left. The arrow also favors Star Valley. Here's an inbound. They do get it. Work it to Malachi. Down the court right side. Dribbling a baseline. Ball's loose and almost stolen, but a foul will be called on Schwab.
He's gone. That'll be foul number 5 on Dylan Shumway. Dayton Schwab. I'm shocked they did not give that ball to Ryan Cox. He was by himself under the basket.
Now, we show arrow favoring Star Valley, and I'm quite sure it does, but looking down at the score table, I think they've got it pointed towards Riverton. So we'll keep an eye on that. But free throws here, big ones for Brandon Monroe as Schwab is fouling out. Shumway taking time to send in Bryson Neal. Schwab will come out.
Yeah, Coach Shumway was talking to the official to the point where the official basically put his hand up and said, "You got to give me a minute." And now we're back at it.
Monroe with the first of 2 free throws. Away, no good.
Monroe on the season, just 33%, 6 of 18 coming into the weekend. He was 1 for 2. Now he's 1 for 3.
Here's a big one. Away, good. It's a 2 point game. 22 seconds remaining. Star Valley a chance to tie it up here. Hedges at 18 seconds, no timeout, spins. Caught up top of the key, Shumway drives the angle, has the ball poked away but collects it, bounces up the key, loose ball taken by Riverton, and a foul on Star Valley. 8.7 seconds to go. Riverton gets the stop, and they have the 2 point lead and 2 free throws from Malachi Smith.
They're going to call the foul on Cooper Lancaster. That's his 4th. And Malachi Smith at the line, where tonight he is 1 of 2. And on the season, 49%. So if you're the Braves, you need him to miss at least one of these.
First free throw is good. One more to go.
This puts the Wolverines back up into good position.
Got them both. Now it's a 4 point game. And too little too late for Star Valley. Neal takes a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Riverton. Time expires. And the Wolverines upset the Braves on their senior night. In Riverton, your final score, 42 for the Wolverines, 38 for the Braves. Star Valley will drop down to 10-9 overall and 4-1 inside this 4A Southwest quad. Riverton picks up their 6th win of the season, 6-15, and 2-3 inside the 4A Southwest. Again, your final, Riverton knocks off Star Valley 42-38. Silver Star postgame show coming your way Find Silverstar online and take flight to faster Wi-Fi. Learn how at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. McKady Dance on the court with Coach Shumway here in just a few moments. Have your post-game battle stats as well. And also a look ahead to Jackson next week. Player of the game on the way also today in our post-game coverage. First, we are going to get the thoughts of Coach Shumway. See what he thinks of this game. McKady, courtside, take it away.
We've been playing the fire the last 3 games, and we finally got it tonight.
Anything in particular you really want to focus on tonight to
What's
fix?
that?
Anything you really want to focus on this week to, fix anything?
Yeah, we got to get back and get some momentum going into the regional tournament. Today was just not good enough.
Okay, thanks. Back to you, Duke.
Coach Matt Shumway and some of his comments here in post-game coverage presented by Silverstar. Courtside with McKady Dance, made possible by Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine. Now let's take a look at those Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home post-game battle stats.
Well, first for the Wolverines, Eric Smith finishes with 12 points. That was the team high. Braden Monroe finishes with 8, 7 apiece for Malachi Smith and Ryan Cox, 4 for Aiden Kelly, 3 for Clay Sheets, and 1 for Blake Gantenbein. The Braves actually ended up out-rebounding the Wolverines 29-24, but Riverton shot a much better percentage from the three-point line. That turned out to be a fairly big factor. 6 of 21 from distance. It's 29%, 10 of 16 from the free throw line. The Braves got 15 from Cooper Lancaster, go with 6 rebounds, 12 from Zane Hedges, 7 points from Dylan Shumway, and then 2 points apiece for Dayton Schwab and Cooper Lawson. The Braves shooting just 3 of 19 from 3. That is 16%, and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. And I'll just touch on what Coach Shumway said right there that little bit. I think he summed it up perfectly. The Braves been playing with fire for the past 3 or 4 games, and they got burned tonight here in Riverton. They lose this one 42-38.
That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home post-game battle stats, where you'll find quality, price, and service at Battleson Brothers Flooring, located a block south of the Arch in Afton. Now, how about your player of the game, presented by Star Valley Ski-Doo?
I appreciated the hustle tonight of Zane Hedges. Zane finished with 12. He drew 2 charges on defense. He was hustling all night. I thought, I'm going to go with Zane Hedges tonight for the player of the game.
Zane Hedges, your Star Valley Ski-Doo player of the game. Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. Well, it was senior night here tonight for Riverton. They pull off the upset, get the win against the Braves. And as Coach Shumway said, you're trying to build momentum. Next week, you're going to host the rival, the Jackson Bronx. It's going to be your senior night next week. No better way to rebuild that momentum ahead into the region tournament.
Well, yeah, for sure. It's just, it's also one of those games you're going to look at, and maybe your guys maybe get complacent here and there. You can go, hey, remember this game up here. So if you learn from something like this and the effort that led to this tonight, or not, I shouldn't say effort, the execution that led to it tonight, then it can be a good thing. But right now, it's going to be a long bus ride home. I would imagine not a lot of smiles on the bus ride home tonight.
That's going to do it for us. Again, your final, Riverton upsets the Braves with a final score of 42-38 as we wrap up the Silverstar post-game show. We'll catch you next week at home against the Jackson Bronx. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, McKady Dance courtside. David Kazare, producer. Oscar Kazare keeping us on the airways back home in Star Valley on Swift 98. And as always, a great crew of camera ops joining you as well. Thank you and have a great weekend. It's the SBI Sports Network.